I was with the Shelby Forest clique, which was a local group from Frasier, right before I signed with 36 Mafia. So I'm literally passing out these tapes to Skinny Pimps, Gangsta Blacks. I think I gave 8 Ball one. I gave DJ Squeaky one. I gave Criminal Man one. I gave a lot of people tapes, and this cassette tapes. Now this is 99, 2000. We didn't have enough money for CDs, and not everybody had a CD player in the hood. So like, I was really like passing out tapes, and was at work one day, and I was slinging boxes in a warehouse, and my supervisor was like, "Hey, that tape you gave me last night, man, it's pretty good. Like, I think you would sound good on some 3-6 Mafia beats." And I just laughed at his ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah, who wouldn't?" You know what I'm saying? And little did I know, while we were having that conversation, the reason why he said that is because Paul and Juice were at K97 promoting the Project Pat CD, and I'm wishing they're talking about 3-6 Mafia. They're on the radio laughing and joking with Devin Steele or whoever was DJing that day. And, you know, he was like, "You need to be with those guys." And I laughed it off, like literally laughed it off. And little did I know that at the same time, the other guys in the group were in the parking lot of K97 waiting on Paul and Juice to get out. And when they came out, they gave them a tape and a little bio and shit. And shit, they hit us up like that night. And
wow,
I ended up linking up with them like within a couple of weeks. We was in the studio, and over a couple of months period, they realized they wanted to do a solo deal. And shit.
In a couple of months.
Well, it took about a good 6 months, you know, to really get it all negotiated and just, you know, sit down, because I was young, man. Like, I had my dad, you know, helping me out, like calling lawyers and stuff. Like, I was literally that young. I was like just turned 19, because I signed in 01.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, take me back to, before we go into that, take me back to when you said you was with the Shelby Forest clique. And on top of that, were there any other, because when you think about Frasier in the Bay, the two biggest names that come out of Frasier in the Bay is Frasier Boy and Lil Wyte. But were there any, well, you just mentioned Shelby Forest clique, were there any other groups before then like the Shelby Forest clique?
Well, Shelby Forest clique was one of a kind. It was me and 3 other white dudes. I actually joined their group after they had already formed. So there was nobody else really like us in the hood, because we were the only all white group. But there was you had Project Players back in the day. That was, you know, DJ.
They was out of Frasier? No, I'm talking about out of Frasier.
Well, I'm talking about I'm talking about the area I lived in. Okay. Is where I seen these dudes at all times.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is back when Crim and Thug used to stay in the apartments across the street from school. Like, I can remember, like, leaving school and Crim and Thug just riding by the school in the blue Crown with the, with what it say on the back, the Mo Cheddar sticker on the back, with the gold Neptunes, with the boat paints. I'm telling you, I remember that shit. Thugster had the maroon burgundy Chevy on 22s. I can remember getting out of school and seeing these guys riding around, you know, and they all knew who I was, you know, Crim and everybody knew I rapped and shit, like, and now still to this day, like, when I see Crim and I see Thug, you know, they look at me like, you know, they remember that shit too. They remember seeing me come up as a little youngin'. And, you know, there was also a couple other groups in the hood. Let's see, we had Player Posse was kind of spread out. You had Player Posse, there was a few of them that was from Frasier, and I'd see them here and there. But, like, when it comes to Frasier, like, really, there wasn't nobody really that made it big out of Frasier, like, besides me and Frasier Boy. And what's so funny is, me and Frasier Boy lived in that neighborhood, the same neighborhood for 20 years before I moved out and got my own crib, and we never crossed paths.
Wow.
Never crossed paths until we met through 3-6.
That's wild.
And then once once we started kicking it, I'd go to his old area and he'd come to my area, and I was like, dude, we're like 3-4 blocks away from each other. How do we miss each other all them years? How do we not just bump heads? I don't know.
It's probably, I know Frasier did tell me that he never had any interest in rap at that time.
He didn't. It's actually...
So you was into rap, so he wasn't running in the same circles.
Yeah, that's probably got a lot to do with it. Frasier was just, you know, one of Paul and Juice's homies. He used to come up to the studio, you know, and he was one of, one of Coop's homies?
Yep.
Yeah, he was one of Coop's homies. Bring Coop to the studio, and one day Paul said that they had a Posse song. I think it was on Chat CD, and they had like 7 verses, and it was like one open 8 bar. He was like, Frasier, you know, write a verse right quick. Let's see what you got. And he bumped the shit out that motherfucker. And an Oscar later, nicely done, sir. Play area. Shout out to Frasier boy, man. Real talk. That's my brother.
Trust. Well, all right, all right, now we're into the